Honeybees are social insects that play an important role in pollinating flowering plants and producing honey. They belong to the family Apidae and are scientifically known as Apis mellifera. Honeybees live in colonies, which are typically made up of a queen bee, worker bees, and drones. The queen bee is the only reproductive female in the colony and is responsible for laying eggs. Worker bees are females that are sterile and carry out various tasks such as foraging for food, caring for the young, and defending the hive. Drones are male bees that are produced solely for the purpose of mating with a queen. Honeybees are known for their ability to communicate with one another through a dance known as the waggle dance. This dance conveys information about the location of food sources to other members of the colony. One of the most important roles of honeybees is their role in pollination. As they gather nectar and pollen from flowers, they transfer pollen from the male part of the flower to the female part, allowing the plant to produce seeds and reproduce. Honeybees are also important for their ability to produce honey. They collect nectar from flowers, which they store in their honey stomachs. The nectar is then regurgitated and passed from bee to bee until it is partially digested and transformed into honey. Honey is stored in the comb and is used as a food source for the bees during the winter months when food is scarce. Honeybees play a crucial role in our ecosystem and contribute to the production of many of the foods we eat. Honeybees go through a series of developmental stages during their life cycle, which consists of 4 distinct phases: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Here are some more details about the life of honeybees. Egg stage: the queen bee lays eggs in the cells of the comb. The eggs are small, white, and oval-shaped, and they hatch into larvae after about 3 days. Larva stage: the larvae are white, legless, and have a curved shape. They are fed by worker bees with a special substance called royal jelly, which allows them to grow and develop into pupae. Pupa stage: during the pupa stage, the larvae spin a cocoon around themselves and undergo metamorphosis, developing into adult bees. The pupa stage lasts for about 7 to 14 days, depending on the type of bee. Adult stage: the newly emerged adult bees are first called house bees. They clean the hive and take care of the brood. As they get older, they begin to take on other tasks such as foraging, guarding the hive, and caring for the queen. Worker bees typically live for around 6 weeks during the summer months, while the queen can live for up to 5 years. Drones, which are male bees, have a much shorter lifespan of around 6 weeks. Throughout their lives, honeybees play specific roles within the colony, depending on their age and sex. Young bees typically stay inside the hive, while older bees venture out to forage for food. The queen bee is responsible for laying eggs and producing new bees, while the worker bees take care of the colony and gather food. Honeybees are the only insect that produce food that humans can eat. Honeybees can fly up to 15 miles per hour and beat their wings about 200 times per second. Honeybees are responsible for pollinating about 1/3 of the food we eat. A single honeybee can produce only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. A colony of honeybees can contain anywhere from 20,000 to 60,000 bees. Honeybees use the sun as a navigational tool and can communicate with each other about the location of food sources through a complex system of dances and pheromones. Honeybees have 5 eyes, 2 large compound eyes and 3 smaller eyes in the center of their head. Honeybees can see ultraviolet light, which helps them locate flowers and other food sources. Honeybees can regulate the temperature of their hive by fanning their wings to circulate air and using water to cool the hive down. Honeybees are able to recognize human faces and can distinguish between different human faces. Honeybees are the only bees that die after they sting. This is because their stinger has barbs that get stuck in the skin of their victim, which tears the bee's abdomen and ultimately causes their death. The honeybee's brain is only the size of a sesame seed, but it is capable of complex cognitive functions such as communication, navigation, and problem solving. Honeybees have been producing honey for millions of years, and fossils of honeybees have been found that are over 150 million years old. Honeybees are not native to North America. They were brought over by European settlers in the 17th century. The color and flavor of honey can vary depending on the type of flowers that the bees collect nectar from. For example, clover honey is light in color and mild in flavor, while buckwheat honey is dark in color and has a strong, distinctive flavor.
Honeybees can fly in the rain, but they prefer not to. They will often stay inside their hive during rainy weather.
Honeybees are able to communicate the quality and quantity of food sources to other bees through the duration and intensity of their dance. The average worker bee will fly about 500 miles during its lifetime.
The honeybee is the only bee that dies during the winter months. The rest of the colony will huddle together and shiver to generate heat and keep the hive warm.
Honeybees have been domesticated by humans for thousands of years, and beekeeping is still an important industry today.
Honeybees are incredibly efficient pollinators, and it only takes about 2 million flowers to make 1 pound of honey.
Honey is a natural antibacterial and has been used for medicinal purposes for thousands of years. The end.
Thank you. Like,
share,
subscribe.